Hello YouTube. So, okay, wait. Let me fix the lighting. As per usual, I always have lighting situations. This is fine. Okay. I'm just holding it though. So I don't know if it's fine. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Seema, and in this video I'm going to be talking very openly and honestly about my personal struggles with doing YouTube. Basically, right, it's really scary when you first decide to do YouTube. I'm kind of experiencing that right now, but at the same time I'm remembering and realizing that like it is for a purpose, right? Like I'm not just sporadically for me, and it's just between me and my creator, and that's it. That's why, you know, anything anyone says or doesn't say, it can't affect me. Like it can't, because it just shouldn't, right? And because it shouldn't, it's not going to. Like I'm not going to allow that to happen. I still have like some issues with doing YouTube, like just in general. I really want it to be very helpful for people. That's like my main goal. Because you can come on the internet and say anything, right? So many people do, and so many people get recognized for it and famous for it and what have you. And like, that's all fine. Everyone has their karma, everyone has their past and what the universe owes to them in the future. However, we don't usually see things that are very worthwhile. And I don't mean this in a way that is offensive at all, of course. We don't see things that harness the goal of life, ever. Right? Most often we see YouTube channels that are about the goal of monetary gain, personal power, personal benefit, what have you, right? But it's very rare that we see a YouTube channel that revolves around the meaning of life. And what is like, okay, Seema, yes, but like what is the meaning of life? Okay, boy, let me tell you. The meaning of life essentially is to serve, right? We know this. Why? Because if I were to explain it, service is of the caliber of unconditional love, right? That is how you practice unconditional love, through service. There's no true other way to practice unconditional love. There's no other way. You can talk about it, you can think about it, you can rationalize on it. But actually what it is from the heart, from the heart space, right? And when I say heart, please don't envision your physical organ, because that is not what I'm referring to. From your heart, right? From the energy that is within you, from your very core. That's a better term, core. From the place that is truly only you, right? And at that place, we are pure. We're pure, we're unconditional souls. We've never ceased to exist. We've never begun to exist. We always have been. Always. We've always been. Right? We just take different forms, different bodies as we transition throughout different lifetimes. This is known. This is known, boy, okay? Everyone has their cause and effect, bank balance, if you will. We've all been through many, many lives, right? But the thing is that how do you stop, then, that cycle of continuous birth and death? Because, believe it or not, that cycle is very risky, and there's a lot of danger involved. There's danger at every step. For human beings, there's danger at every step. You can walk out of your door tomorrow and, you know? So it's very important that we're paying careful attention to what we're trying to cultivate here. Because this concept of reincarnation, people misconstrue this. With this concept of reincarnation, people think that we have more than one life, which we do in a physical way, but that it's okay to waste it, right? See, the goal, ultimately, is to transcend, is to stop the cycle of birth and death, right? Is to stop and to leave and to reduce any possibility that in your next life you could take the form of a dog or lizard, like Jesus, you know? Like, really? So, it's very important that we pay attention to what we're paying attention to. And we're not taught this in school. We're not taught this on social media. We're not taught this from our friends. No, nothing. Right? People are very complacent in being complacent. In Rome, they had a quote, right? Give them bread and circuses, and they'll be fine. So similarly, right? What do we have, especially in this country, in America, right? What do we have? We have bread and circuses. We have food at our disposal. We don't have to go farm for anything, right? We have entertainment whenever we want, wherever we look. We have media influence, which is huge, which is a vast form of entertainment. Actually, the internet is a wormhole of entertainment that never ends. And we're influenced by it. We're influenced by the internet and social media and our social circles and our immediate friends and what they think of us and what we think of them. And there's so much of a lack of compassion and empathy and true unity within people, within communities. It's very individualistic now. There's a true lack of things that are needed, things that are very much cultivating to empathy and compassion, right? There's a huge lack of those things that are needed to cultivate them, as well as very, very basic survival skills and knowledge. So many people don't know how to take care of their own minds, right? Look at this country, like everyone is depressed. Everyone is depressed in America. Everyone is depressed. And it makes me so, well, it did make me sad for so long. And then I was like, you know what? No, like, there's no point in being sad. This is absolutely completely useless, as is the concept of any type of, emotional stronghold that we place on our minds, right? The true self, the actual higher self, if you will, whatever, I don't like that name, whatever. The true higher self is very rational. Is very rational, is not concerned with worldly attachments, right? And is very closely tied and connected to the one, right? True intelligence. This highly, highly intelligent being that is sponsoring and fostering all life all of the time, right? That is powering your heartbeat all of the time, that is allowing trees to grow moment by moment, that is time itself, KLOK, right? The past, present, and future in one. Because here, on this earthly planet, we're governed by that, right? So we can't see outside of that. But when you understand how things work, you understand that, hey, we are being very, very encompassed in conditioning all of the time. And this knowledge is lost. Knowledge like this is lost. So it's very important that we wake up. It's kind of very important. And there's so many spiritual YouTube channels, and I was like, hey, Seema, like, are you really gonna join the crowd? Like, everything that I have to say and everything that I want people to understand is not sweet, and it's not sugar-coated in any way. And it's not YouTube-y. I don't know, Like, I have a message, and I'm like so... I could cry, bro. Look, I'm like crying. Like, I'm like so adamant and so determined that people stop suffering. When you develop like a huge love for yourself... Oh my god, why do I have my headphones in all the time? When you develop a huge love for yourself and where you're going and who you are on a soul level, right? All ego, just forget you have a body, because this is material. This is going to turn into dust, right? Dust to dust. So when you look past the body and when you love yourself and understand yourself on a very, not only mental level, but past that, on a very conscious level, right? On a very aware level, loving awareness, right? Then you understand that everyone is like this, but just not everyone discovers their true potential. And if they did, the world would be so different. We wouldn't have corrupt people in power. We wouldn't have people chasing after money or following other people that chase after money or glorifying the things that we glorify today in this society. And it really makes me very upset, if we're being honest. So yeah, when I started this YouTube channel, I was like, Seema, you have so much to say and relay, but you can't be fruity about it. Or you can, whatever works, right? But I was very stressed out, and still kind of am stressed out, on how to do YouTube from that standpoint, because it's so important. I want people to heal. Everyone needs healing. Everyone. There's no one person that is completely healed ever, or else you wouldn't be in a human body. For real. You'd be higher up. Do you know how many levels there are above us and below us? Like, bruh. We're on the middle plane. Earth, Bhumi, right? Mother Earth is on the middle ground. There are so many levels above her and below as well. She's a feminine energy as well. She's a nurturer, caretaker, right? The yin. So, yeah. That was my issue with doing YouTube for a long time. Still kind of is. And I was worrying as well so much about like editing and things like that. I don't have time, bro. I don't have time to edit. I take classes full time. I work 2 jobs. Yeah. Hi. 2 jobs. Okay? Thank God, right? But at the same time, like, I don't have time. And that's fine. It's a good thing. I don't really like having too much time. If you have too much time, well, time is actually more important than anything, you know, really, in terms of, you know, what you can gain in this life, because money is just what is money. It's a means to an end. It's not an end itself, right? But time is an end. So it's very important actually to cultivate time. But I don't have time to edit like for 3 hours. I used to do that, and I would never post any of them because at the end I would go, I don't like that. That's not good enough. Whatever, you know? Like, that's the problem with scrutiny. Once you start scrutinizing yourself, there's no end. I used to be like, I don't look good, right? So I still do that, but like, I'm so annoyed. Like, I'm so annoyed. I'm so done with it. Like, I can't do that. My throat is choking up. That's a sign. It's a sign. Everything is a sign. If you want to take it as a sign, everything is a sign. Do you want to know what it is? When your throat, well, for me, okay, I don't know, everyone has different lives. When your throat is like that, is choked up, right, it means you have something to say. That's the theme of this whole video. I got something to say, and I want people to benefit, and I'm just so adamant about it. I just want to share with you some of my thoughts on doing YouTube. And also, if you want to do YouTube, bruh, don't worry about editing, don't worry about how you look, whatever, right? Aren't we so past that? Do you know how many channels on YouTube are primed and cut and pretty and trimmed and well edited, and like, I don't got time. I don't have time, boy, okay? Time is of the essence. So I'm just gonna do what I can and just let the rest kind of fall into place. And I think that's how it should be with anything. I think. That's what I'm learning. At least right now. Ask me tomorrow, I might have a different answer. So, yeah, what I'm saying. And there was something else that I wanted to mention as well. Okay, yeah, here's another thing, okay? When I was researching on how to do YouTube, because I've been looking this up for a year, probably, more than that. I've been on the hunt, okay, on how to do a successful YouTube channel. And I've come up with so many theories, and I've come across so many explanations on what you should do and all these kinds of things. And another one was like, have a theme for your videos, like make sure your videos follow a theme. I don't follow a theme. I'm a human being. Yeah, I'm a human being. I don't follow a theme, like a set theme. I do what I want every day. And I feel how I want every day. And I don't let anybody or anything or any theme influence how I feel or what I do. Of course, you know, God, obviously, the only one that matters, the only opinion that matters, the universe, source consciousness, the one. Okay, like, of course, like, it's just between me and my creator. That's my life. And same for you. Same for you. So you can decondition yourself from anything you want. It's possible. I promise, 1,000,000,000% it's possible. You can decondition yourself from like generational strongholds, like what your mom said about you when you were young, what someone... We carry around all of these thought patterns. It forms our opinion about ourselves, right? What someone said about you at this point in time, because I'm very sensitive, okay? I'm very sensitive. And so, just over my life, I had let so many people's voices and like subconscious beliefs and like how they live their lives affect and influence mine. And that's just not it. Because we all have different paths. We all have different karmas. We all have a different purpose for taking birth here, right? So, and also, self-discovery. This is why, when I coach, self-discovery is the most important thing, because that's how you realize why you came into being, what you need to do here. If you need to turn on the camera and talk, you turn on the camera and talk. And I'm not going to follow a theme, because I just have so many facets to myself, and so do you.